What's going on, everybody? CB the Dreamer, aka Chris Brown. Hope y'all are doing well. First episode of Real Talk Wednesdays. First episode of Real Talk Wednesdays. Started a little early. I always like to. I always rather be on time than to be late. So I always love to start something on time for sure. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Real Talk Wednesdays. I'm going to give a little introduction here in a few minutes, and I promise you that you are going to enjoy it. I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for asking. This is my first, it's not my first YouTube live. This is my second YouTube live. What's going on, everybody? I see 16 people are watching. Welcome to Real Talk Wednesdays. So what is Real Talk Wednesdays? So, and I wrote this out because I wanted to get it out of my head. I wanted to get it out of my heart and get it on the paper. So, Real Talk Wednesdays is and also you can look in the description. You can look into in the description and just read it and see what it says as well. But Real Talk Wednesdays is a positive environment where people can gather together and discuss the real life challenges that they are currently facing. Real Talk Wednesdays. Real talk question. Marvin Gaye or Al Green? Oh man, that's a tough one right there. That's a tough one right there. Look, you gotta give me some time to think about that one. But let me finish this. Real Talk Wednesdays is a positive environment where people can gather together and discuss real life challenges that they're currently facing. Okay, so whether you're having a difficult time on your job, whether you're battling with stress, whether you're battling with depression, whether you're battling with anxiety. Look, if you're going through a tough financial situation right now, maybe you're having issues in your relationships, or maybe you're having issues in your marriage, or if you're feeling stuck in a particular area in your life, maybe you have some kind of goal, some kind of mission, some kind of dream, some kind of vision for your life, and you feel stuck. You don't really know what your next course of action is. Sometimes it just really takes that special person in your corner who really wants to help you become successful, and to just give you that little nudge and give you that little push. We all need encouragement. We all need motivation. We all need that person in our life who's going to hold us accountable to what we say we want to be, do, and have. So this is open discussion. So if you're going through anything right now, if you want to, let's see, my man has. Let me see this. I can't see. Has cancer. My nan has cancer, and she is receiving though. Choose, bro. Okay. Goku. Goku. I used to love watching me some Dragon Ball Z. I actually, and I might as well go ahead and get it started, but I actually used to be speaking of cancer, I actually used to be a transporter and I worked at my local hospital, and I met a young lady from New Jersey, and I believe she was like she was really young. I believe probably like in her early 40s, and she had very, very long, beautiful black hair. And I transported patients to get their X-rays done, their MRIs, their CTs, their CAT scans, and things of that nature. And she was doing really good. She was doing really good with her cancer, and her cancer her cancer came back, and she lost all of her hair, and she ended up passing away. And she was but just and my prayers are to you, and your family with what you're going through right now. But just having the opportunity to serve her in that period while she was dealing and battling with cancer meant the world to me. So this is my personal opinion. Like they say, opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody's got an opinion, but we've only been put here on this life. We've only been put here in this world for a short period of time, and it's important to cherish the moments that you have with your loved ones, whether they're battling cancer, whether they're battling some kind of severe issue, some kind of severe underlying issue, health condition. Cherish the moment. Cherish the moment. I'm a very I'm a very religious man myself. I don't want to say I'm a religious, but I'm a believer in God. And no offense to anybody else out there who, I'm not trying to persuade anything on you by any means necessary, but I'm a believer of God. And I kind of just lost, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you no lie. I just lost train of thought. Somebody help me out. Where was I going? Somebody help me out. Where was I going? I completely lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry about that. I completely apologize. But I truly hope and pray that things get better. Cancer survivors are very strong. Cancer survivors are very strong. I've met a lot of cancer survivors in my life, and a lot of them fight, and a lot of them do overcome the cancer that they have in their bodies. So my prayers and thoughts are with you. I made another video. And guys, forgive me for not really introducing myself. My name is Chris Brown. I'm a certified enlightened speaker, coach, and trainer with the John Maxwell team. John Maxwell actually happens to be the number one leadership expert in the entire world, who focuses on leadership, all things personal growth, all things personal development. I made another video. If you go to it, it's called The Law of Intentionality. I made it, and I was actually standing outside, and look, I'm from North Carolina, so when I was standing outside making that video, man, the mosquitoes tore me up. They tore me up. I mean, I got I got bumps all over my arm. But I want you to go back and watch the video that I did on the law of intentionality. The law of intentionality. Growth doesn't just happen. Growth doesn't just happen. So, and that's basically saying if there's anything that you want to be in your life, if there's anything that you want to do in your life, if there's anything that you want to have in your life, you must be intentional about it. We must be intentional about each and every area of our life. Okay? And to that question, Kelvin Jackson, man, I'm gonna have to go back and look at some of those. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to some of those tracks with Marvin Gaye and Al Green, man, because both of those are two legends. So, but if do you guys have any more questions? Well, I want to give you guys a little background. I want to give you a little background on my story. And really this live is for you. This live this YouTube live isn't for me. This I want you guys to know that this YouTube live is for you. I'm just here trying to assist the best way that I possibly can by giving you some advice. But my background story, I I I struggled. I struggled a lot growing up. Single mother, had one sister, and she's 1 year older than me. I'm 35. She's 36. My mother suffered from depression, very severe depression. Still suffers from depression to this day. And I struggled. I struggled when I was in school. I mean, like I repeated the third grade twice. I had to repeat the third grade twice. I had to repeat the 10th grade twice. When I was in high school, they put me in what's called the double doors. They put me in what's called the double doors. So that was the that was the area where it was like totally forbidden for regular students. You know, it's totally forbidden for regular students. And those classes were specifically for kids who didn't learn as fast. Those were for kids who didn't learn as fast. And I was placed in there with some kids who were really less fortunate than I was, with mental disabilities, with physical disabilities, and things of that nature. So that kind of, and I didn't graduate. I didn't graduate high school until I was 20 years old, and that really played a very very dramatic part of my life. Things that I tried to accomplish. Things that I tried to accomplish after I graduated from high school. You know, I took those self-limiting beliefs with me into my adulthood, and things that I tried to accomplish. You know, I would struggle if it was anything that I tried to do. It would be really hard for me to accomplish because I would always think of myself as less than, or as someone who is stupid or not capable of achieving anything significant. But just, you know, went from job to job to job, suffered from depression, took antidepressants, had to see a psychiatrist, was admitted into Crossroads, which is a psychiatric facility. Hello, Muhammad. How are you? Welcome to Real Talk Wednesdays. I want to encourage all of you, if you have any kind of questions, any kind of challenges that you're facing right now, please feel free to ask. Any kind of anything that you would need some help or advice on, please feel free to ask. Okay, I can't read that. I'm sorry. I see Indonesia. All I see is Indonesia. I'm sorry about that. But I really struggled. I really struggled a lot. And going from job to job to job to job, and always really wondered why I couldn't keep a steady and stable job. And that was because I had something greater inside of me that was more than just going to a 9 to 5 job. TV Malaysia. Something more than just going to a job. And I want it to be a positive. I want it to be a positive impact in the lives of other people. I want it to be a positive impact and a positive influence in the lives of other people. So I got into speaking and things and like that, and just trying to, like, YouTube right now is a way that we can all connect and communicate with one another. So that's why I'm taking advantage of this platform right now. Um, and I'm not gonna stay up here too long. I know the time right now. I've been up here. The live says 18, going on almost 20 minutes. But the time is 7:09. But for those of you who like this video, those of you who did participate, those of you who had questions, I'm still stuck on that real talk question, Marvin K. Al Green. I'm still stuck on that question. But guys, I want you to, as we take this journey together, and then I'm gonna be doing YouTube lives every Wednesday and every Sunday. So I want you guys to please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and please subscribe to this video, subscribe to this channel. Any way that I can help you as a coach, as a mentor, as a trainer, and as a speaker, I'm willing to do that. Okay. I'm willing to do that. I'm going to help you out the best way that I possibly can. All right, guys, I'm going to be signing off. I hope all you guys have a great and productive week, and I will see you on Sunday. Be well.